Dear students, today we are going to discuss about general characteristics in Ascomycetes. The Ascomycetes best examples are here: yeast, Aspergillus, Penicillium, Claviceps, and Neurospora. Dear students, yeast is one of the unicellular Ascomycetes member. Remaining all are multicellular Ascomycetes members. Dear students, Ascomycetes are commonly known as sac fungi. Why? Because the ascospores to be produced sac-like asci or ascus. One type of ascospores are produced sac-like asci or ascus, that is known as sac fungi. Sac fungi. Sac-like structure of asci to be produced 4 to 8 ascospores. Okay now, Ascomycetes are commonly known as sac fungi. Some of unicellular, that is yeast. Most of the multicellular remain in Aspergillus, Penicillium, Claviceps, and Neurospora. So most of the Ascomycetes members grow in saprophytes, decomposers, parasitic, and coprophillus. By means growing dung. Most of the Ascomycetes members grow on saprophytic nature, decomposers nature, parasitic, and some of them coprophillus, grow on dung. So dear students, mycelium is septate and branched. This is a mycelium. So this mycelium containing several nucleus, but two nucleus are separated by by means one to another nucleus to be separated by septa, that is crosswalls, and branch, hyphae is branch. Okay now, mycelium is septate and branched. Septates means crosswalls are present, and branch, hyphae is branch. But Phycomycetes, the mycelium is aseptate, crosswalls are absent, and sinusoidal, multinucleated protoplasm. But this is a multicellular. Why? Because one cell to another cell, one nucleus to another nucleus to be separated by crosswalls. That is known as multicellular. Mycelium is septate, crosswalls are present. That is multicellular and branch. So dear students, reproduction takes place by asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So dear students, asexual spores to be conidia produced special hyphae branch is called conidiophores. Produced special hyphae branch is called conidiophore. These are conidias. This is a special hyphae branch similar to Phycomycetes of sporangiophores. Sporangiosperms are having two sporangium. Sporangium are arranged a special branch of hyphae, that is called sporangiophore. This is a conidiophore. That is a sporangiophore, and also sporangium. So this is also known as sporangium. These are sporangiospores, and this is a sporangiophore. But this one conidiophore. So this is also conidium. These are conidias. This is also conidiophore. This is conidium. Sporangium similar to conidium. These are conidiospores or conidia. Okay now, sporangiophore similar to conidiophore. Sporangium similar to conidium. Sporangiospore similar to conidia or conidiospores. So both are to be produced a special hyphae branch, that is sporangiospore, either conidiophore. Phycomystis are in sporangiophore, sporangium, sporangiospores, that is zoospores, either aplonospores. But ascomystis in conidiophores, conidium in conidia. Conidium in conidia. Don't confuse over here. A sexual spores in conidia produced a special hyphae branch. A special hyphae branch, that is called conidiophores. That is called conidiophores. After some time, so these conidias germinate to be form of new mycelium. So dear students, to be observed, these conidias are always arranged exogenously, not endogenously. So these are also to be arranged in exogenously, by means inside of the, by means inside of the conidium, by means inside of the conidium, that is exogenously. In a maturity period, the tip of the conidiophore to be produced one chain-like conidias. These conidias are arranged exogenously, by means outside of the conidium, not inside of the conidium. So conidias are developed outside of the conidium, that is exogenously, that is exogenously. A sexual spores in conidia produced a special hyphae branch, that is called the conidiophores. These conidias are in exogenously, by means conidias are developed outside of the exo, by means outside of the conidium, Then after some time, these conidias to be germinate into developed new mycelium. This is a asexual reproduction. There is no not formation of zoospores and aplonospores, only formation of conidias. But Phycomystis, sporangiophore of sporangium to be produced one type of sporangiospores, that is called zoospores and aplonospores. But in Ascomystis, the conidiophore to be developed conidias to be released conidias, not zoospores, not aplonospores. Conidias totally aplonospores. Why? Because not having two flagella. This is also one type of aplonospores, not having two flagella. So this is a one conidia. So not having two flagella, and the conidias are not covered by cell wall, only covered by plasma membrane. This is very very important here. Only covered by plasma membrane. So conidiophores of conidium to be produced a chain like conidias. These conidias are in oval or round shaped or single nucleate. Oval or round shaped or single nucleate, and surrounded by plasma membrane without cell wall, only surrounded by plasma membrane, and also are not having two flagella. So this is also one type of aplonospores. This is very very important over here. Conidiophore to be produced several conidias. These conidias are arranged one chain-like structure. Each conidia to be having single nucleate, surrounded by plasma membrane, or not surrounded by cell wall. Next, coming to sexual reproduction. So during sexual reproduction in dichorionic phase, with ascogenous hyphae is found. So during under unfavorable conditions, the mycelium to be having two nucleus, by means two nuclei per cell, that is dichorionic phase. This dichorionic phase of mycelium to be produced one ascogenous hyphae, but under favorable conditions. But asexual reproduction occurs only under favorable conditions. The mycelium of one special branch hyphae to be forming of one conidiophore or one sporangiophore. This conidiophore or sporangiophore to be produced sporangium or conidium. But sexual reproduction under unfavorable conditions, the mycelium of each cell containing 2 nucleus. Why? Because this is a multicellular mycelium. This is a multicellular mycelium. So this mycelium containing several cells, and at the same time for cell containing 2 nuclei. So for cell containing 2 nuclei, that is called dichorionic phase. So for cell containing 2 nuclei, that is called dichorionic phase. Not only formation of dichorionic phase. So in this dichorionic phase, to be form of one ascogenous hyphae. To be form of one ascogenous hyphae. This ascogenous hyphae growing on not straightly, growing on straightly, but after some time at the tip of the ascogenous hyphae to be form of one crosier. To be form of one crosier. Ascogenous hyphae to be form of one hook-like structure. One hook-like structure that is named crosier. That is named crosier. During sexual reproduction, the dichorionic phase to be formed one ascogenous hyphae. One ascogenous hyphae. The tip of ascogenous hyphae to be curled. To be curled or hook-like structure. To be curled or hook-like structure. The structure are named crosier. The structure are named crosier. The structure are named crosier. Okay, now. So the sexual spores are called ascospores. So these ascogenous hyphae of dichorions undergoes karyogamy and meiosis occurs in asci. Why? Because ascogenous hyphae after to be form of ascus. So in this ascus karyogamy and meiosis. In this ascus to be carry out karyogamy and meiosis. Generally, the sexual cycle involves following 3 steps. First one plasmogamy, second one karyogamy, third one meiosis. Plasmogamy. So fusing of protoplasms between 2 motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Karyogamy, fusing of 2 nuclei, that is called karyogamy. And meiosis. So 2 gametes are fusing, after to be resulted one diploid zygote undergoes meiosis to be form haploid spores. To be form haploid spores. This is a common process. But in this ascomycetes members, not involving of first cell cycle, first sexual cycle, that is plasmogamy. Plasmogamy is totally absent, only presenting karyogamy and meiosis. Karyogamy and meiosis. So dear students, karyogamy and meiosis occurs in asci. Karyogamy, fusing of 2 nuclei, that is called karyogamy. After some time undergoes meiosis. After some time undergoes meiosis to be produced haploid ascospores. To be produced haploid ascospores. This is a common phenomenon. So options are plasmogamy, only presence of karyogamy and meiosis. First step is absent. Cell cycle are involves following 3 steps. First step now plasmogamy, second step now karyogamy, third step now meiosis. But ascomycetes members to be presence of karyogamy and meiosis. So dear students, karyogamy and meiosis occurs in asci. So the asci to be having some of the sexual spores. These sexual spores are called ascospores. Okay, now after karyogamy and meiosis, the ascus to be produced one type of sexual spores, that is called ascospores. So these ascospores of asci to be appeared shark-like structure. To be appeared shark-like structure. So sexual spores are called ascospores, which are produced endogenously. Not outside of the ascus. So those spores are developed inside of the ascus. That is known as endogenously. So this sac-like structure are named as asci or ascus. These are ascus. Okay, now Next coming to, so this is a dichoric phase of mycelium. This dichoric phase of mycelium to be produced ascogenous hyphae. Every hyphae containing 2 nuclei. This nucleus undergoes choriogamy first, then after meiosis to be form of one type of ascus and also ascospores. One type of ascus and also ascospores. Next coming to, the asci are formed of different types of fruiting bodies. Different types of fruiting bodies. One dichoric phase of mycelium to be produced ascogenous hyphae. This ascogenous hyphae to be form of asci or ascus. This ascus to be developed different types of fruiting bodies. Different types of fruiting bodies. These fruiting bodies are containing ascus of ascospores. Ascus of ascospores. So dear students, so the asci are formed of different types of fruiting bodies. This different types of fruiting bodies are named as ascocarps. Are named as ascocarps. Don't confuse over here. Ascospores and ascocarps. These are ascospores. This is a ascus. These are ascospores. But this is a one type of fruiting body or ascocarp. Ascocarp. Okay now. The asci are formed of different types of fruiting bodies. So these different types of fruiting bodies are known as ascocarps. Are known as ascocarps. Three types of ascocarps or three types of fruiting bodies are present in Ascomystis class. So they are namely, first one here Christothecium, second one here Perithecium, third one here Apothecium. This is a Christothecium. This is a Christothecium fruiting body or Christothecium ascocarp. This is a Perithecium fruiting body or Perithecium ascocarp. Okay now. This is a Apothecium fruiting body or Apothecium ascocarp. So dear students, Christothecium ascocarp is always globose-like structure. This is a globose-like structure. Okay now. And not opening of the ostiole. So this is a globose-like structure of Christothecium. There is no openings. There is no openings. There is no openings. But containing only covered by one periderm and also to be consist of several ascus. So each ascus to be containing ascospores. Ascospores. Okay now. This is a Christothecium fruiting body or Christothecium ascocarp. This Christothecium is always to be appeared globose-like structure. There is no openings. There is no openings. There is no openings. By means ostiole. Ostiole is not present. There is no openings. Globose-like structure of Christothecium to be covered by one cell wall that is named peridium. That is named peridium. Okay now. This Christothecium consists of several ascus. Several ascus. Each ascus to be containing 4 to 8 ascospores. 4 to 8 ascospores. This is the importance of Christothecium. Once again, Christothecium is a globose-like structure. Not opening of ostiole. Not opening of ostiole. This Christothecium is covered by one wall membrane that is called peridium. And in this Christothecium to be containing ascus. And each ascus to be containing 4 to 8 ascospores. Second one here. This is a perithecium. Perithecium is always to be appeared flask-like structure. Flask-like structure. So this flask-like structure of perithecium to be having one opening-like structure that is known as ostiole. That is known as ostiole. And muscle should be containing paraphysis and also to be containing hymeniums. To be containing hymeniums. That is ascus. That is ascus. This ascus containing to be ascospores. This ascus to be containing ascospores. Okay now. Perithecium is a flask-like structure with an opening. With an opening. That is ostiole. At the same time, below the ostiole to be containing paraphysis structures. Paraphysis structure. And bottom of the perithecium to be containing hymenium. This hymenium to be produced cup or saucer-like structure. Cup or saucer-like structure. This cup or saucer-like structure of fruiting body to be containing larger size of paraphysis and also to be covered by peridium, and at the same time to be having cylindrical structures of ascus. Cylindrical structures of ascus. Each ascus to be containing 4 to 8 ascospores. 4 to 8 ascospores. So, dear students, in ascomystis members to be present 3 types of fruiting bodies or 3 types of ascocarps. First type of ascocarp, globose. Globose is always first type of ascocarp, that is Pistothecium. First type of ascocarp, that is Pistothecium. This Pistothecium is always globose-like structure. Second type of ascocarp, that is Perithecium, is always class-like structure. Third type of ascocarp, that is Apothecium, is always cup or saucer-like structure. This is a Pistothecium, this is a Perithecium, this is a Apothecium. Pistothecium are not containing ostiole and paraphysis structures, but Perithecium are containing ostiole and paraphysis structure, and Apothecium containing ostiole and paraphysis structures. Paraphysis structure. So, dear students, Perithecium and Apothecium both are similar like characters, but Pistothecium is differ. Pistothecium is differ. Okay, now. So, and another hand are here Neurospora. Neurospora is the most important extensively in biomedical and genetical work, and other members of morels and truffles. Morels and truffles is also edible, and at the same time to be very very useful. Very very useful. This is the importance of morels and truffles. Okay, now. Yeast is also unicellular organism, remaining all are multicellular organisms. Yeast are used to make a bread and be penicillium. So to be produced penicillin antibiotic and neurospora Nowadays neurospora are used extensively in biochemistry and genetic work. At the same time, some members of ascomystis or in morels and truffles are very very edible, are very very edible. That is the importance of ascomystis. Okay, now thank you.